This is Coach Man with Heart, Mind, Muscles, high efficiency tennis, serves, aces, and biomechanical video analysis. Just want to do a few or maybe two exercises, kinesthetic sensation, like doing versus thinking exercises. Um, and just want to show the difference between sensing and doing and trying to think your way through kinetic movement, through your kinetic chain. So let's start with the first exercise. Just want to demonstrate what happens whenever you think you're going to think your way through learning, through your biomechanics, through your tennis strokes, right? So the first thing we're going to do is just demonstrate this here, right? I want you to take the elbow, just the elbow through its full extension, its full range of motion, which is flexion, external rotation, supination, pronation, extension, and around and here. And notice this is how the elbow, the arm itself swings independently of the body, right? Even if it's here, just angle the arm up, and this is what's happening on the serve. It can be this, same thing. Now I want you to think about you do this, doing this, rotating. Now try to figure out how to do it in reverse. Now, most likely, most people can do this pretty easily. It's a natural movement. They're used to this. They're, swinging various things, but, swinging their serve. But now, try to do it in reverse. Notice, most people, when you try to think your way through it, it does not work. It does not happen. So this is the importance of doing and sensation. It's the importance of feeling your way through your biomechanics, through learning your tennis strokes, right? Be it to serve, forehand, backhand, footwork, anything, right? So now do this elbow rotation, this arm swing, okay? Just feel it. Feel that you're just rotating, swinging at the elbow, and now feel the reverse. Now, most people, most likely, when they stop thinking about it and they concentrate on feeling the sensation, it's easy and natural to do the motion exactly in reverse. You're just taking the arm, the elbow, through the range of motion in reverse. It's just what the body does. It's just what the arm does. It's what the elbow does. Okay, that's kinesthetic exercise number one. Say kinesthetic sensation exercise number one. And the second kinesthetic exercise that we want to do is for the forehand. And so we're going to just turn our uniturn here. We're going to get in our backswing position. This is our ready position that you should be turning from. And with or without the racket, I want you to relax your arm. The only thing supporting your arm, staying elevated, the elbow up and back, is your shoulder, right? And when you go to turn with your body, notice, feel. I want you to do this as I'm doing it, as you're watching this. Pause it, whatever, but feel just initially what happens no matter what you try to do. If you relax the arm, right, even if I'm going to swing straight across, even if it's not like my forehand, like I'm going to hit a flat stroke just straight across, notice what the thumb does and the palm does. It externally rotates. On your forehand, you're in your ready position, right? And you turn and external rotation occurs. The arm naturally extends by itself. It's not something that you are doing. It does it by itself. It's Bruce Lee quote. Absolutely true. It does it by itself. So you're letting it do its thing. So in biomechanics, just basic principles, fundamental principles. Everything starts with ground reaction forces. It starts from our feet, our ankles, through our trunk, through our knees, and twerking, and the hips, through the torso, and then finally through the shoulders, into the arm, through the elbow. All of this kinetic flow, this energy transfer, is happening very sequentially. It's a flow, right? And so finally we get to from the ground to the shoulders turn, and if I naturally swing my hand, this is the range of motion. My contact point, the end of the forward swing. Every swing it's a parabola. Every swing is a parabolic form that, just as a function of your arm swinging around the joint. But the end of the swing, where my wrist snaps, is partly dictated by, well, just the range of motion of my hand, right? That extension, neutral, and then it wraps, follows through. So there's an acceleration phase, the snap, and then deceleration, where it wraps, where your arm wraps, your follow through. And then, let's see. Oh, the other thing, not just the mechanics of the arm itself, but the body coiling, uncoiling, rotating. And when the body stops rotating and torquing the shoulder, stretching the arm out, because the arm is relaxed. Now notice this dictates when the arm will be fully extended, when the forward swing will end, and your wrist snaps, the racket snaps. So we go, and my body stops square, and here is my contact, because this is where my arm is fully extended. It's basically mid-swing. If I don't turn my body, then the timing of my swing ends here. And this is my contact point at maximal velocity before deceleration. Right? So here and slightly out front of the body, still to the side. This is where my wrist snaps. I'm in a neutral position. Notice when I start back here, my arm is in external rotation at this furthest range of motion, one extreme, and if it's relaxed, it must be swinging, and that it's so basically you can't consciously lay the wrist back and keep your arm in external rotation and strike the ball properly, because now your contact will be way out here, which is an issue that a client of mine, Dr. Vlad Valtsis, is having right now. Yeah, so the point is that you have to let it do it by itself. You are only training the body to facilitate the kinetic chain and the kinetic flow of energy. Right? It's very sequential, and first thing you need to do is feel your range of motion, feel what that kinetic flow is, start from the ground and feel the whole body movement, right? So it's not completely relaxed and limp, but it's not a conscious doing either. And it's not entirely doing and strained, intentional activation, right? Okay, so perhaps one thing missed that might help on kinesthetic exercise number 2 is going to be to include with the racket swing. So maybe you can see the dynamics of the racket, that I'm suggesting. So again, let's do it from the start. We hit the uniturn, right? We release. We're here, and this is about the position of your racket as you're, after you've taken it back and you're ready to swing, right? And so here, right? If we relax it and let it do it by itself, Bruce Lee, it automatically externally rotates, right? Now, some people are more here, some people are more here. I'm not sure I necessarily have a preference either way. So some of you will, I'm in an Eastern grip right now, and the strings aren't pointed to the ground. If it was a Western grip, then it would be. It'd be more so parallel, level to the ground. But this is the external rotation phase, and that initial pre-stretch that the body is pre-stretching the shoulder and the arm is extending. But here we go, and the natural swing mechanics here. And as the body turns, the body is stretching, pre-stretching the arm until it decelerates, ideally square to the target, right? And so the pre-stretch is complete, body is square, it decelerates, stabilizes here, and the arm now starts to come through. And such will be your contact point, mid-swing, right? And both with pronation and wrist flexion here. So both. So it rolls over the ball. Rolls over the ball and wraps. This is a common misconception of the forehand of, well, not just the forehand, but that it is only pronating. It is not only pronating. The whip is cracking. The tip of the whip is cracking. It is coming through. Full force. Full energy transfer. Full kinetic transfer into the ball. Right? Here. Contact and over and around. It wraps. The arm wraps around the body because the body has stabilized. It decelerated and stabilized close to square to the target. I think that's about it for that. And yeah, again, this has been Coach Lonnie Mann with Heart, Mind, Muscles, High Efficiency Tennis Serve Aces, and Biomechanical Video Analysis. Yeah, thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, and see you next time.